welcome back. Today I will be reading The Perfect Birthday, chapters 10 and 11, which I just posted right now, technically, like 5 minutes ago. I don't know. I went and I read them to my mom, and she liked them. So, I'm happy. So, I don't have a lot to say, so I'm just going to get right into chapter 10. Chapter 10. Hey, Hitoshi, your protective side is showing. Notes. I'm sorry in advance. July 15th, 12:25 p.m. outside the mall. Shoto Todoroki's POV. They finally finished shopping for all of Izuku's hero merch and were outside looking at everything they bought. You really bought the new All Might plush? Bakugo asked Midoriya. Yes, do you have a problem with it, Kacchan? Midoriya said, crossing his arms and glaring at Bakugo. No, Bakugo said, scared. Scared? Great, Midoriya said, going back into his sunshine persona. Bakugo let out a breath no one knew he was holding. Do you guys want to go to the park and walk around for a bit? Kaminari asked. Sure, Midoriya said, giving Kaminari a smile. Okay, Shoto said. Everyone agreed, so they made their way to the park. They had just started walking when they heard a loud scream fill the air. They all froze and turned to look at Midoriya, who had disappeared. Fuck, Bakugo said, before blasting off toward where the scream came from. Everyone followed his lead. When they got to the scene, they saw a group of villains. One was throwing around something that looked like acid. The others looked to have some minor mutation quirks or enhancer-type quirks. The villains couldn't have been attacking this area for more than 5 minutes, but from what he could see, the street was a total mess. Lampposts were melting, vehicles were melting, hell, even some of the asphalt was melting. Deku! Shinzo yelled as they approached. As Shoto looked around, he could see a large group of seemingly uninjured civilians near the edge of all the damage, and the area looked like it would be out of the range for the villains. Then, he noticed another group of civilians that was smaller than the first, and they looked pretty injured. He saw someone bleeding from their head, someone holding their arm, and several people crying. Phantom Thief, Charge Bolt, Pinky, go and check on the civilians. Dynamite, Mind Jack, Cellophane, Red Riot, come with me to take care of the villain and find Deku, Shoto commanded. I don't take orders from you, Icy Hot, Bakugo yelled as he blasted away towards the fight. Monoma, Kaminari, and Mina quickly ran to the groups of people. Shinzo had run after Bakugo as soon as he'd taken off. Now, only he, Sero, and Kirishima were left. They didn't stand around long. After a few seconds of standing around, they ran towards the fight. July 15th, 12:40 p.m. in a random area of Masutafu. Hitoshi Shinzo's POV. Hitoshi had been running around this disastrous area for 10 minutes looking for Midoriya while also fighting off villains. He was so glad Aizawa had him go through the process of getting a provisional license. Midoriya! He yelled as he punched a villain in the jaw. Are you looking for him? A new voice, he's never heard, asked. He whipped around to look at the speaker, almost giving himself whiplash. He saw the man with the acid quirk holding Midoriya by the neck, acid at the ready in his opposite hand. Let him go, Hitoshi said, through gritted teeth. I don't think I will, the man said, smirking. Hitoshi glared at the man, unblinking. Hell, he thought his eyes were glowing for a second. The man took a step back, in turn pulling Midoriya back with him. Hey, Mind Jack, he heard Sero yell. Hitoshi didn't let his gaze move from the man holding Izuku. He had a feeling he knew what Sero was doing, so he put his left arm out, and just as he expected, a pile of tape was dropped onto his arm. Hitoshi immediately utilized the tape as a capture weapon and threw it toward the man as he ran forward. The man was frozen in place. No, literally. Todoroki had frozen the man to the ground. Once Hitoshi was close enough, he jumped and lodged his feet into the man's chest. Was he hit with the acid the man had ready in his hand? Yes. Did he give a fuck? No, he didn't. Not when Midoriya had almost died. Once the man hit the ground, Hitoshi rolled forward, immediately jumping up and kicking the man so hard he broke from Todoroki's ice and went flying into the wall of the building across from him. He was about to run and hit the man again, but was stopped by something Todoroki said. I didn't know your eyes glowed, Mind Jack, Todoroki said. What? Hitoshi asked, looking to Todoroki, who just raised an eyebrow. Did you not know your eyes were glowing? Todoroki asked. Hitoshi shook his head. Interesting, Todoroki said, nodding to himself. Chapter 11. Tomura. Tomura! Stop before he passes out! July 15th, 12:45 p.m. at the teacher's dorms. Tomura Shigaraki's POV. Tomura slammed his hands on the coffee table in front of him as he stood. Those fucking bastards, he yelled. I'll fucking kill them, Dabi added. Kurogiri, Tomura said, trying to keep a calm tone, but failing. Yes, Tomura, Kurogiri asked, showing up. Take me to Izuku, he said, pointing to the TV behind him. Kurogiri glanced at the TV before nodding. Right as the warp gate opened, he jumped through. He was closely followed by Dabi and Toga. When he emerged on the other side of the warp gate, he saw Izuku. He was a little bloody, definitely bruised, and burned by the villain's acid. Izuku fucking Midoriya, he bellowed, striding toward Izuku. Izuku and his friends' heads snapped to look at him. When Izuku saw him, he immediately tensed. His friends tried to block him, but Shigaraki was stronger. Once he made it to Izuku, he hugged him. You fucking idiot, he said, pulling Izuku into his chest. You scared me half to fucking death. Fuck, I probably would have killed everyone if you died. What? Izuku asked, still tense in his hold. He pulled back, holding Izuku by his shoulders and shaking him. You fucking scared me. Is that not getting through to you? He asked. Remember, he doesn't remember you, Shiggy, Dabi called from behind him. After hearing that, Tomura let go of Izuku and took a few steps back. Remember? Izuku asked, even more confused. Before Tomura could respond, he was tackled by the purple-haired boy, whose eyes were glowing. The boy was holding him down by his shoulders. Tomura made no effort to move. What makes you think you can touch him? The boy demanded. He's my brother, Tomura said, through gritted teeth. The boy's grip loosened from shock. Still, Tomura made no move to get up. What? Izuku asked. It's a long story, and Tomura was cut off by someone screaming. Tenko! He heard Natsuo yell. Now, he was making a move. He pushed the purple-haired boy off of him. He got to his feet just in time to be pulled into a bone-crushing hug from his boyfriend. He immediately returned the embrace. Hey, Natsu, Dabi said, ruffling Natsuo's hair as he walked by. Hey, To, Natsuo said, burying his face into Tomura's chest. Before you speak, Dabi said to the wary teenagers in front of them, no, we are not here to hurt you, and we aren't explaining everything right now, because that would take super long. If we talk, we're going to a restaurant and spending more of Endeavor's money. How did you know we were using his money? Dabi's little brother asked. Who do you think taught you how to steal it? Yourself? Nah, it was me and Natsu, Dabi said. But Natsuo and Toyo were the ones who taught me, his little brother said. Yeah, I know, Dabi said. The Todoroki's eyes blew wide as he realized. Toya? The boy asked. The one and only, Dabi said, spreading his arms wide. The Todoroki ran towards his older brother without hesitation. How about we get to that restaurant, eh? Tomura asked. There were several hesitant approvals. Okay, that is it for chapters 10 and 11. And yes, it is kind of short for me, but I really like them, so I hope you guys like them too. I will try to write more tomorrow, but it might not be of the perfect birthday, because I really need to update Sometimes All You Need Is a Hand, because that story is just like, I love that story too, and I really want to continue it, but like, I haven't had a lot of time, so I will try, I will try to actually focus tomorrow and do it. Anyways, I hope you guys like this. And I hope to see you in the next video. Okay, I'm gonna stop yapping. Bye!